Well, hello there, you beautiful truth seekers. Welcome back. Um, I hope you feel really welcome here. I feel like this group really is not interested in a guru, more synchronicity, messages from the higher self, from spirit. So I'm here to be a messenger, nothing else. And hopefully you'll find some confirmation in the readings brought forward here. So today is about a new doorway. I feel the energy and I feel so excited. I could hardly wait to come and do this reading. There's a few crumbs left for me and probably for you as well to kind of put in the dustpan and take away before we enter this new doorway, because it feels like it's new and it's also it's we're stepping up, so it's into a higher vibration. We don't want to bring anything we're going to have to clean up later. So let's have a look and see what those things might be. I'm really excited to see for myself as well. So we have the first pile is the little crystal ball, is a clear quartz crystal, and this is green aventurine, I believe. There's so much depth in this ball. I love it. And this one, I have to admit, I gaze in so often as I'm doing readings. And it is, I'm not sure the name. It's an aqua clear. It's like a beautiful, I don't know. I'm not an expert, but it's a beautiful crystal. So that will be the third pile. And so go ahead and choose your pile intuitively, and I'll see you in your reading. Well, hi there. Here we are in the first pile. If you picked the quartz crystal ball, you are in the right spot. So I'm going to turn this over and we're going to quickly shuffle out a couple cards. And like we did last time, I set one aside for the end. But let's see what we have here for the first duality, many meanings, misunderstanding. Oh, I love this card because it makes me look. It makes me look and see, what have I maybe misunderstood? This can have to do with relationships. And I feel like all these readings might have a little bit to do with, at least part of it, to do with relationships. This has been coming up for a lot of people, including myself in some situations. So if you're here, stay tuned, because we can have a different view of how other people are taking what we've said, how we are taking what other people have said, and just kind of those misunderstandings that can be totally in our head or someone else's head. So let's get one there. One there. And that's it. Then we'll clarify with some tarot. So let's keep it simple. Okay, into the unknown. Take a break. Oh, this feels very important. There could be a part of you that tends to be defensive. This didn't just happen. It's because of a lot of things that have happened to you. You have your guard up a lot, and I can really relate to this reading. So how we perceive others can be just from that lens or that viewpoint. So I feel like you're gonna get some good clarity here. Oh my God, Seven of Swords. Come on. So we've got the seven. We've got the Seven of Swords. That's watching your back. That's having your guard up. So we're definitely on the right track with the theme here. If you can, and you are very emotionally mature, I know, I can feel it. You are looking for solutions for just a happier, more carefree life. This has a lot to do with it. I do this myself, and it's really helped me grow. And I constantly do it. It's never done. Look at the rainbow behind her. She's going somewhere cool. So let's ask for some more clarifiers. I love this. Yeah. You're coming from a place, Five of Pentacles. You're coming from a place of bit of lack. And that's could be from this over protection of yourself. You're definitely choosing a new path. So I feel like you already know about this. And again, this is just confirmation for you to say, yeah, okay, this is something I'm missing. I'm missing something here. I want to clean that up, because it does keep our vibration down a bit when we're, what did you mean by that? Oh, I can't believe you just said that to me, and maybe take it the wrong way. This is huge for a lot of us right now. So if you're still with me, obviously you're dedicated to your inner healing. So thanks for doing that, because as we each heal, we help the world. So you're leaving this lack, which winds up here a lot, and you're going towards you're choosing a new path. For some reason, I'm splitting them apart. So let's go get some more clarifiers for in the middle. And so this would be the crumbs you're sweeping up and not wanting to bring forward with you, because we're going to be entering that new doorway. And I'd love to come back and do a reading on the weekend with the full moon. So probably Sunday. And yeah, so you're leaving this behind, and something's coming. He's standing in a doorway, waiting for a ship to come in, patiently waiting, but you're going to be glad you waited, and you're leaving this behind. Yeah, you're finishing this. You're getting sevens all over the place. 777. Chances are you've been seeing sevens. Let's dive in. Ooh. Wow. Do you see this is finishing before the new doorway? This is definitely finishing. And also, you've done a lot of work. Take that break. There's doorways all over in your reading. I love this. Being it's the theme. We've got a doorway, two doorways. Two wands is choosing a path. So we've got two doorways. So you've got a choice to make. And this might hinder what you go forward with. So yeah, definitely clear that up. And then you can stand there and go, okay, Seven of Pentacles. What is it that I have left after clearing up those misconceptions or misunderstandings? All right. Oh my God. Queen of Wands. I love it. This energy that you're clearing is holding you back from coming out full force with your Queen of Wands. She has no doubt who she is. She has no doubt what she wants to say. She's an open performer. I love this. No wonder you're being guided to take a break. Because this new doorway is more fun. It's more lighthearted. You're leaving. Oh, and there's a good reason that we've become a bit cynical and extra careful and offended, but you're leaving all that behind. And you already know all this, but you've been working on it, and you're like, why do I still feel irritated? That's why there's a little bit left to leave behind. You're almost there. The Nine of Wands, if that's amazing. Nine of Wands, you're finishing. You've done a ton of work. You're tired. That's okay. You're moving forward. Let's get an oracle card from this deck. Mystical Shaman Oracle. This is a beautiful deck too. Oh my gosh. And the bottom card is actually the Mystical Shaman. So that's interesting that I named the deck, which I don't usually. And so I love this because this card, the energy is about stepping out of emotions so you can see the truth, which is often describes the energy of the shaman. So you're being asked to step out of your emotion. Some of you are clearing some, I feel like bubbles coming out of me. And so some of you are clearing things just as you realize this, you're, oh, okay. And it is, you're already clearing that past energy. So good job. I'm going to include this because it's just too much of a, I don't believe in coincidence. It's just such a great synchronicity. So by stepping out of emotion, you can see what's still triggering your emotion, and it's going to help you choose what doorway you're going into. Oh, another 7. I got goosebumps going down my legs. Another 7, the child. You are coming into this. I'm very excited for you. And if this is resonating, please like my video, possibly subscribe if you feel drawn. But I keep forgetting to say that, but this is about looking at the world with new eyes like a child. Things become more exciting. This is the energy I felt as I did my introduction coming in. It's just exciting. So let's leave behind this old, and it's bringing some emotion up in me. So let's really work on leaving that behind, and just happy travels. Wow. Take care. Well, hello there. Welcome to the second reading. If you chose the green aventurine crystal ball, you're in the right spot. There's so much information in here. This is definitely a heart crystal. All right. Can't gaze into those while I'm doing a reading because I feel like I get lost. 9, tenderness, true love, compassion. So what are you just needing to clean up a bit before opening that new doorway? 9s are about finishing. This is definitely about the heart. Let's get some more information. I'm going to take out a few cards, and I just realized in the first reading I forgot to set one for the end as I promised, but this one we will. We're just going to get a few at a time here, and then we'll pull some tarot for clarifying. So what is it this pile needs to leave behind before we open that new doorway? I mentioned earlier we'll be hopefully coming back Sunday and posting a reading for the full moon. Okay, you got a lot of cards, but I'm going to take them. And then we're going to clarify because this usually I'll be having a lot of information coming in before I even turn the card over. And this one just says it's about love. It's about the heart. It doesn't have to be romantic love. It can be like a child. It can be a lot of things. So let's see what you have here. Crossing a threshold. Ooh, we're talking about this doorway that we're stepping up to. It is a higher vibration. And so now to clarify, we've got crossing the threshold, the initiation. So this doorway looks terrifying, but look what's on the other side. There's something that you're afraid to kind of accept, possibly. It's all coming together. Soul tribe. Yeah, look at all the purple. It's very, there's something here like it's escaped you. Once you see it, you'll go, oh wow, oh how did I not see that? Because it's it's just feels kind of like I'm not getting any clues, which is really weird at this point. But let's go on. Communication. Just as I'm reading this, I'm hearing my chimes outside. Sound healing is probably very attractive to you. Clairvoyance and hidden knowledge, the Akashic records. Wow. So do you feel it? We've got two sections here. What needs to, there's something in your heart that is closed. It's like it got shut down and it's keeping you, you're very intuitive. Clairvoyance, Akashic records, communication. You're very intuitive and you go, yeah, people tell me that all the time. I've had readings where people tell me I'm intuitive, but I'm not feeling it. So what is going on? And yeah, like I said from the beginning of this reading, usually I have a sense of what we're going to see and hear, but it's crickets. It's like we're blowing around in the desert. Something broke your heart, and it's keeping you from feeling emotions. You'll get them in spurts, they'll tear you apart, and then you shut them down. There's a key. I keep seeing a key. Okay, let's choose one of these cards. I'm sitting on the edge of my seat waiting to see what's going to come out here. And you probably are too. Yep, lower world. So where I said you kind of shut down when you get these big emotions, they burst in, and then you shut your emotions down. That keeps us from all of this. That keeps us from knowing our higher self, connecting with our higher self, because if we're shutting down our emotions, we're disconnecting. So the lower world is about going in, not being afraid of the dark, going in, getting what you need, and coming out and thinking, gee, that wasn't that scary. These cards are definitely go together. Yeah. So nobody wants to go down here. I've been here lots of times, and it's not about visiting evil energies. It's about visiting energies within your spirit, your soul. So we have to come down here. I hate saying down here, but it's just going deep. Seeing, now some of you are going, oh, I know what this is. I know what this is. In fact, I'm going to get tarot to clarify that, because some of you are saying, yeah, I know what that is. And it's the truth. You know the truth, but you didn't realize it was affecting you so deeply and disconnecting you from yourself. So is there any more oracle before we clarify some more? So we've got the lower world coming in. It's just going deep and seeing what is holding me back. I know exactly where I shut down because it's a big event. And you've had similar events, but there's one major event and you know what it is, but you keep getting similar events. Nothing will ever be as big as that first event, but it keeps shutting you down. And just to see the truth, that's that's an old cliche. The truth shall set you free, but it really shall. And this isn't something you just like fix. It's something you've been working on for a long time. And we're talking about the new doorway that we're wanting to enter into. And these are the crumbs, right? These are the little leftovers. So get in there and see what's left from that. And now we have number 8. The circle. I feel like you've got a lot of help. Call in your guides if you do believe in spirit guides. And if not, your higher self, definitely. There's some sort of forming new in yourself here with this truth. And knowing that was then, renewing your heart. Let's get let's get a couple clarifiers. Oh, these came out in the first reading. Wow. Two of Wands, Seven of Swords, letting your guard down a little bit so you can choose where you want to go next. A lot of doorways in so far the first reading and the second reading. So yeah, Six of Swords. This what you're finishing, you'll never revisit this the same way again. You've done so much, and finishing this up, yeah, it might try to knock on your door again. You'd be like, no, I'm done that. I finished that. Going to take you to calmer waters. Two of Wands, Seven of Swords. Let's get one more clarifier for the Two of Wands, Seven of Swords. This new doorway, you don't need to be overprotective of yourself. In fact, that's what we talked about with shutting you down. So I want one more to cover the Two of Wands, Seven of Swords, please. King of Wands. Wow. Okay. So this is just putting you back in charge of your own power. And in a good way. Not in an egotistical way. You just know you're going to look at it. I just had the sort of the analogy of watching a movie. You don't need to remember that movie or identify with that movie only. You're going to start looking at some past events like that. You really are. I hear somebody going, yeah, whatever. You don't know what I've been through. That is true. But I do believe in what I just said, and I'm relating to it myself. There can be some huge life-shattering events, but they're no longer going to be your identity. Do they bring you wisdom? Yes. Will you never forget them? Absolutely. But you're claiming your power back. I'd like to get one more oracle to finish this up. And once again, I did not set a card aside in the beginning. So I guess we'll kibosh that this time. All right. Tree of Life. This is one of my favorite cards. And the Holy Mountain. So you can choose to go around over top of the mountain, or you can find some different ways. But you've gone in and done a lot of work on yourself. And it's funny, I've said that a few times in a few different readings, but we do have a high vibration group here that are working on healing. And there you are, sitting at the top of the mountain. That's where this is bringing you, to the top of the mountain. You can see everything, but you don't have a desire. Once this is finished, you don't have a desire to go back and relive it. And this is a very exciting time. I feel like this September, I know September is a big month for a lot of things, for a lot of people, but Tree of Life, here we go. Let's get living. You're done living small. Let's move into this new energy and just sit up there and then just take a break. Just sit up there, have your tea, look around, see what you've created by everything you've gone through and everything you've come to terms with. So good job, and I hope this resonated. And if it did, I would appreciate a like and subscribe if you feel drawn to that. So take care. Till next time. Have a good day. Well, hello again. This is the third reading. So if this is what you chose, you're in the right spot. This is the beautiful aqua crystal ball. There's so many things to see. Ooh, I just got reminded. I just felt like Labyrinth. Have you guys seen that movie? Old movie with David Bowie. Loved it. So there's some fun times coming up. I feel like if you haven't been experiencing it yet, there's some pretty magical things happening where you're like, wow, I can't even believe that just happened. That cannot be an accident. So let's dive in and see what's going on for you. So we're talking about what we're cleaning up before we step up and into that doorway. There's a lot of blue today, not just because you chose this, but I chose a blue ring. My shirt is blue. There's just a lot of blue, so we're moving up in our vibration with this new doorway. And I feel like we're going to come back on probably Sunday and check out the full moon energy, because whatever we're cleaning up here is, this will probably be confirmation. I feel like you already know what it is. So this is your sacred purpose, eternal flame, ancestral legacy. So a lot of you are doing a lot of the ancestral healing for your family. 43. This is significant for you for some reason. It sure is for me. So let's see what else. Let's get a couple cards. Wow. So we keep talking. This whole 3 readings about the door, getting ready to go through the new doorway. And every pile has had a doorway or 7 in their reading. So it's all coming together. Intuitive hits. That's what we're talking about. Your soul tribe. You're getting so much confirmation from your higher self, from spirit, from the universe. This feels exciting. I feel like you're coming into your calling. There's a choice to be made, but it has to be made without fear. It must be fearless so that you can jump into one of them. And there's no wrong choices. That's a good thing to know, to make you more fearless. Wow. What is your soul calling to you to do? Sacred purpose. So clearly you're trying to get into more of what you came to do here. And it doesn't mean your job necessarily. It doesn't mean, becoming something just amazing to show the whole world. It can be just becoming who you truly are, and your vibration helps people more than you think. And I think you know that, but there's your confirmation. Let's see if we can get one of these oracles. And if not, we'll go into the tarot and come back to get an oracle later. One more shuffle. Number 11. Yeah, you've been getting a ton of synchronicity. This is about the high vibration beings on the other side that are around. This is angels. This is some of your guides. This is your higher self, if you ask me, as well as those other beings. So let's put that there. This is just confirmation. You've raised your vibration a lot, especially over the last 10 years. This isn't a new thing for you. But perhaps you're also a messenger, very psychic. And this is not the only way we can be a messenger. I'm a messenger in a lot of ways, and half the time without me even knowing it. And so are a lot of other people out there. They're saying something, and that person will be thinking in their head, wow, that's the 4th time I've heard that today. They're getting confirmation. Spirit's using all of us. So let's go in with some tarot and clarify. So if you're looking into doing more healing work, more intuitive work, that's probably the doorway you're looking at. Let's get some guidance for you, because you are getting divine guidance. Wow. 3 out all at once. And you're sometimes feeling like, am I on the right path? Am I supposed to be doing this? And yeah, and you're a show person too. You're not afraid to speak, you're outgoing, and people love to listen to you. So yeah, I would say if this feels like confirmation for you, absolutely you should be doing this. And we have balance, so we just needed to balance that out a little bit. Look at this, balance, 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 balance. I'm also hearing the less you want or need to have this in your life, the more balanced you become. So you've been working on it, not doing it to be somebody. You're doing it because it feels like you're calling. Yeah, Nine of Swords. We got the Nine of Wands, Nine of Swords, and Seven of Wands. You're standing your ground, so you're tired of thinking, overthinking. You're tired. Am I making the right choice? Am I doing the right thing? It's no accident we fell under that after the Nine of Wands and the Justice card. So when you make your choice, I feel like you made it about 3 minutes ago, but when you make your choice, stand your ground. You know you're making the right choice. This is way too many cards. I'm taking them. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles. You choose, right? So we've got a lot of nines here. There's so much synchronicity in all three readings for finishing. We've had a lot of sevens. We've had a lot. Now we've got a lot of nines. Nine, nine. Just finishing. I just keep shuffling this, see what falls out as we chat. But yeah, you're going from almost there to there, but it's making this choice and making a firm choice, not, well, I'll jump out there and see what happens. No, you're making the choice before you jump out and know which way you're going to go. Got a lot of yellow here, which is amazing. So this can be a messenger. So definitely I feel like you may be offering okay, I'm not even worried about what choice you're going to make, and I do feel like you are a messenger of some kind. That can look different for a lot of different people, as we mentioned earlier, but if you are thinking about doing intuitive work, absolutely. I love all this yellow. I just want to gaze at it. So yeah, this is wish fulfillment. Nine of Cups. It's just like he's pretty happy where he's sitting. So I feel like whatever choice you're making as you get to this new doorway that we're walking into this week, I feel like, yeah, just everything I've said, it's all a go. In fact, I want to get an oracle to sit on top of that, just to clarify even further. 18, 44, and 47. Wow. These sit back here. You've done the work. The smoky mirror, you've gone through the mixed up times. You've gone through not knowing what to go, and you've trusted. It's about trusting the outcome, even when you can't see it. And this is about lineage. Where have you come from? Your ancestors are behind you, and they're happy for the work you've done. So that comes back here with the council. But the Earth Keeper, this is, so probably has a lot to do with what your calling is, what we talked about, messenger, not overthinking it anymore. The Earth Keeper is about working with the earth, which is working with spirit, and making sure you've cleaned up yourself so that you are open and out there. And also they talk about cleaning up your yard, cleaning up your everything with this card. So Good job. You are going to enjoy the heck out of that. So let's just get a clarifier for the great gathering. It's all coming together, and you know it. You've made your decisions, you're standing in them, you're assertive, and feel very well rounded around that. And whatever you chose, this is the Page of Cups, and it's a new opportunity. I feel like you're very well practiced in it, but it's still a new opportunity, and it's going to bring you some happiness. So basically, there's not a lot of crumbs to pick up. That's this question we've asked in this reading, but it's more letting yourself settle into all of this and choosing that role, not overthinking it, going with your intuition, being happy in your choice, and going full speed forward with that. Trust me, it's going to be an amazing outcome. The original light workers. Yeah, you know it. You know it. Right on top of all the sunshine light cards. So hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, appreciate a like and a subscribe if you're drawn to that. And other than that, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye.